Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, Counter-Strike as a franchise is officially 25 years old, which that itself is pretty crazy considering most modern day games don't last longer than a few months. Happy birthday, Counter-Strike. Over the last couple of weeks, it's been heavily rumored and eventually leaked that a big CS content update is on its way. And as of right now, that being today on the 19th, that still stands. Within the last 24 hours, Valve has replied on Twitter to rumor map creators for their maps that will soon be inside CS2. We've also seen through leaks that new customization for agents is on its way, alongside Danger Zone and a slew of other things that is a very similar bait from Valve for this next update as they did right before CS2 originally released, that being for the limited test. Today's video, there's much anticipation, as well as there's much to discuss. We'll break down all these new and ongoing leaks and rumors through data mines and discuss a final release date. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying but most notably trading marketplace, that being for your CS2 items. You can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, you start a trade, and any cash remaining goes to your available balance on the site. When it comes to trading an item you don't have enough balance for on the site, SkinsMonkey has a large variety of deposit options. By using my code Mando, you can get up to a free $5, and by depositing alongside using my code, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, firstly for today's video is all the new leaks from last night. Last night on Twitter, CS Perfect World, essentially the Chinese version of Counter-Strike, sent out a couple mysterious tweets that hints to an operation and what content is coming soon, as well as some brand new artwork for CS2's 25th anniversary. Now, before we go any further, there are a couple things to consider, and I should probably let you guys know. One is that Counter-Strike Perfect World, China's version of CS, is very similar to FACEIT. So this, for an example, could just be a content drop for Perfect World and not necessarily to do with Counter-Strike, even though it has to do with Counter-Strike. This is very similar to if FACEIT put out something, right? Put out a brand new post, similar to the Map Core Hub every few months that they put out. With all that being said, it's still Counter-Strike and still CS Perfect World, so there is some validation there. The first question I have, though, is why would all this work be put out alongside the proof of new content coming soon and so close to Counter-Strike's birthday? I think it's because something is coming soon. As we've discussed the past few videos, but also today, Valve has gone as far as to send an office gift to the map creator of Mills, which is a map that has been rumored to come to Counter-Strike very soon, which is also a map that has been updated alongside the 4 other maps with it that could come in an operation format, which for those who don't know, maps before they come to Counter-Strike usually are updated, tweaked, and optimized before an update is sent out and Valve actually adds it to the game. As well as if you go to the link that's plastered on all of these maps, it also has the same 5 maps that are rumored to come to Counter-Strike very soon. Now, some players were and are speculating this mystery box on this paper from CS Perfect World could be an operation pass, but we really don't know, which kind of goes to the long-lasting question if this is going to be an operation. Now, in my best guess and opinion, I believe it is. From all the data miners we've seen, which we will discuss this later as well, there's way too much content just to be added for a normal content drop. If you look throughout this past year in Valve's update patterns, they started off with the arms deal update back in January. Then on the other hand, then this most recent fire sale update. They have a few big changes to some maps, or maybe they add a map such as Dust 2 coming back, add a case, a couple new maps, maybe a new game mode, and they call it a day. This time around with 5 new maps, a new case, customization for agents, that sounds enough like an operation. And also just the fact that Operation Riptide, the last operation for Counter-Strike, was now over 1,000 days ago. And CS right now, I would say in its history, is being drip-fed and lacking more content, or content in general, than it ever has before. We've gone a very long time without any big additions to Counter-Strike as a franchise. Now, yes, we have gotten CS2, but it's just essentially CSGO with better graphics and much more potential. But right now, it's just exactly that. It's potential. It's not what it could be. Now, speaking of skins, next up for today's video is brand new information discussing skins, and specifically CS2's very first operation. Do you guys remember a little over a year ago when all those old collections got leaked from CSGO, when there was supposedly supposed to be a CSGO operation, or maybe one last one before CS2 released? It had the Desert Eagle and AK Wildfire. Yeah, those specific leaked skins are no longer coming to CS. In fact, according to Aquarius, they were actually a leaked placement for CSGO's last operation at the time. Essentially, Valve didn't really expect CS2 to be finished as early as it was, so they had an operation plan. And since CS2 came out, they have a lot more to handle and a lot more to do behind the scenes with fixing and adding things to the game as slowly as they are, at least they are. So those leaked collections have nothing to do with a new operation or a future update. With all that being said, Valve behind the scenes has been updating CS and getting something ready, which is supposedly new content, according to all the leaks, rumors, and data mines we received over the last few months. Yesterday, we covered the most recent bait from Valve, that being with Danger Zone. And this started all the way back in February, if not late 2023. The Danger Zone 2 is coming and it's on its way. And for those who don't know why or how Danger Zone was leaked, is just the other night when all the leaks and rumors started happening, players are getting really excited on social media for the next operation, at least we think. Valve did some things behind the scenes with DPR updates and changed quite a few things in the game files. A lot of that had to do with Danger Zone. And just like how Valve baited us with Danger Zone, Valve also changed some things with CS Perfect World, where the Perfect World assets have been ported over to our version of Counter-Strike. And this once again leads to yet again another question. Why would Valve bait with Danger Zone knowing that the community is really hyped and we also need new content? That being if nothing was soon to be ready. And to answer my own question is, well, I think Valve has something planned and they're more so just teasing us the players. players. They also know that the majority of Counter-Strike updates nowadays happen behind the scenes, that being with shadow updates and nothing official with blog posts. So they know that we can see what's going on, and it hypes up the community without Valve getting into trouble, and so on and so forth. Some other things to mention is the CS player count. With these new leaks, and even before this happened, we started to reach new highs with player count inside Counter-Strike. With a new operation or a big update on its way, I think CS2's all-time high player count could be absolutely shattered. If we had an operation drop with 4 or 5 brand new maps, a battle pass, maybe an anti-cheat, because Valve does tend to add in some new features, even if it was just 4 or 5 brand new maps in a case, I think we could still see some player numbers shattered. Now, wrapping up today's video, all the data miners such as Gabe Follower, Aquarius, and other content creators like Arrow and OniPixel were in a call last night discussing what's coming soon. And there's been some tweets out saying you know something's happening when you see this image, and I couldn't agree more. And lastly, for today's video, I want to answer the long-lasting question: when could we see a possible release date? The answer to that is, well, we don't really know. With how many leaks we've seen alongside direct replies from Valve to map creators and shadow updates getting ready for something big, in my opinion, it's only really a matter of time. Now, because we could be getting an operation within the next few days, I think this is pretty important to mention, that being with the market for Counter-Strike 2. Now, in Counter-Strike's long history before and when we get an operation, the market really shifts before, as well as when it happens. And I think the same thing could happen right here, even if it's not labeled as an operation, but it's just as big. For an example, if we get agent customization, there's not necessarily new agents being added. Agents, some of them might be going up quite a bit, but also dropping down in price. And if we get a bunch of brand new content, such as new operators or new patches, for instance, it's been 3 years since we got the last ones. So those are pretty inflated in price because they're the only ones that are left. So just be careful with your inventory, know what you have, know what you don't have, and don't buy, invest, or sell what you can't afford to lose. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.